everyone. Welcome to another episode of Max's Late Show. That's right, we're still doing it. We got a great guest tonight. We have Liam Hosty tonight, and then Wednesday we have... Oh my god. Off the top of my head. I'm completely spaced. Friday we have Ginny Nugent and Amanda Shaw. Wednesday, who do we have? Mitchell Snyder. I keep forgetting because I had to ask him. He didn't ask me, but... We have Liam Hosty here. He's ready to go, so we're going to get him on here. We got a couple questions for him to answer. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it tonight. What is this, episode 12? We got episode 12, Late Show Syndrome.
Hey, Max.
Liam, there he is.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
You got the fit going.
Oh, yeah. Repping the company colors.
The company colors of black and white, baby. Yeah, so Liam, we went to high school together. We didn't go to grade school together, though, because you went to Barnabas, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Barnabas, you guys call it.
Yeah, that's where they send, the people that weren't able to get into Holy Name. They shoo them off to Barnabas because, they couldn't get in. They weren't as cool as the Holy Namers.
Holy Shamers?
Whatever. We did go to high school together. And Liam, my first question is, of all the lunches at Roncalli, the students, they know it's famous for the lunch. Which lunch was your favorite?
Definitely, I was a Papa John's Wednesday type of guy. Just get that half a box of pizza, just complete carbs. It was great. Yeah, I ran cross country, so it was just I was just getting any food I can get in my body at that point.
Yeah, whatever could help you beat Nolan in his time, because I'm sure you wiped the floor with Nolan every time.
Oh, multiple times.
I can only imagine. I always felt awkward because I was always that guy that wanted I could never just have a slice or two. They did it by the slice, right? I can't really remember.
Yeah.
You could do it by the slice. I was always that guy who's I got to split a box. And I'd be that guy, twiddling my thumbs towards the front of the line, hey, you want to split with me?
Yeah, it's like a shady drug deal or something.
Yeah,
it's hey, you got any more of those boxes?
You want pepperoni? I want pepperoni. I always liked the side stuff, the Crispitos. If there's one thing I miss about that school, it's Crispitos. You don't know how bad I want a Crispito.
I think Crispitos and coffee are proofs that God loves us.
Two things you can't live without.
Right. Exactly.
Short horror story here. The first month of my freshman year, all I ate was the spicy chicken sandwiches, and I think you know what I'm gonna say. Some major stomach issues. I learned not to eat the spicy chicken sandwich every day.
Yeah.
So, you got your outfit on. I wanted to ask, when did you kind of think to yourself, okay, maybe I do want to be a priest, and what process are you in right now?
Yeah. So kind of a bit of a backstory. I'm kind of a bit of a freak of nature in the sense that most guys, they don't really feel called to become a priest until they're in high school or whenever. Whereas for me, I felt called when I was around 7. I was at mass with my dad. And I've just always idolized priests and stuff like that. So that's kind of sparked this version. And then middle school happened, and I was wow, girls are pretty great. So then that kind of went out the window.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I got to high school, it's just kind of no, this is definitely something that I feel called to do for sure. And so basically, I'm about halfway through the formation process. So I finished my 4th year of minor seminary, and now I'm going to move on to the big leagues of major seminary. Down at St. Meinrad. So basically it was actually kind of with this whole quarantine thing, it was actually really sad, not being with my community.
Yeah.
And just not being able to celebrate and that. Just I would finish my last final today and just turn it in. It's just wow, that's kind of a weird finality to things.
Yeah. I get that because this is my last week of senior year, and it's I have my last final Wednesday, and it feels all this graduation feels about as exciting as a normal Tuesday night. It's there's nothing exciting about it.
Right.
It's really weird. And with quarantine, how are you participating with mass? Are you doing that virtually, or do you watch it virtually? Do you have some sort of part in it at all, online?
Yeah, so basically back on March 17th, when all of the schools are closing, we decided to close our school as well. So many of the seminarians, such as myself, we went to different rectories. So I'm actually currently living at St. Barnabas right now.
Oh, wow.
And so, so I'm living with the priest here. And so we've been saying mass every day. And so we've been live streaming it. But Max, it's not the same without people in there, you know? Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a priest for myself. And it's so weird having mass in an empty church. So
You're gonna be like the LeBron James of like the priesthood. Like you won't do it without the fans. You
right.
need fans. You need the congregation there. Or you just won't do it. It's not the same.
Maybe not fans, but like maybe like I don't know, like I'm like the president of like the Jesus Fan Club, maybe. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm going
Church,
for.
church, church, church,
Church.
church. I got a silly one for you.
Shoot, go for it.
If you could magically travel back in time to meet Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, all in the same room, just you and them,
Sure.
and with you are only two objects, a Sharpie and a Bible, and you can only get an autograph from one of them, which one do you choose?
I'll probably have to go with John, because like I feel like John was like that like brooding guy in the corner, you know, like that like
Yeah,
brooding, you know,
yeah.
like you kind of puts up those vibes if you read his writings. It's just like John, what are you saying right now? Like,
So John like wrote most of the hits, you would say.
yeah, you know, like he wasn't like a one and done either. Like he had a couple of like
Yeah,
he had a no skip playlist basically.
yeah.
So
No one hit wonder there.
right.
So you met the Pope? How
Yeah.
did that happen?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I was in Panama for World Youth Day in January. So kind of a bit of a precursor. I got a chance to spend about 6 months studying in Rome, and so it was basically like honestly, I hit the Catholic lottery basically, Max. It was like there's a bunch of hoops I had to jump through and all of this, and like once I got there, it was like super awesome. It was myself, 10 Americans, and we were all staying at the Pontifical Irish College. So I was like with a bunch of Irish seminarians.
Oh, yeah.
So they're a lot of fun. And so basically, long story short, I'm studying there. I'm like taking classes there in the heart of the church. And then the director, basically one of the guys who runs the seminary, his name is Father Corolla. He has connections everywhere. He's really good friends with the Pope's Master of Ceremonies. And so like he was like, hey, like I'm looking for about 13 servers. You know where I can find some? He goes, I know exactly where to look. And so he approached the Americans. And so basically like I was literally at the right place at the right time, Max.
Yeah.
And so he asked me to serve it, and I was like, heck yeah, let's do this. And so like we get there, like I'm wearing this, something similar to this. And like I'm like shaking, I'm like, sweet Jesus, I'm about to meet the Pope, you know? Like he's like basically like he's like a Catholic rock star.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we get there and like we're in this waiting room, kind of waiting for him to kind of meet him. And he like walks in this room and like he had this like aura about him. Also, so he asked where we were from in Italian, and we said we were from America. And I shook his hand, and Max's hands were so soft. So I just want to let the record show his hands were like soft as a baby's butt. Okay, so
News, everybody. We have the source here to back it up.
yeah, absolutely. Yes, it's undeniable. And then also like the pictures don't really do it justice because he's actually shorter than me, so he's a really good photographer. So he made it look like we were the same height, but let it be known I'm also
Oh,
tall.
okay. Wow, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets the perfect angle to where it's
Oh,
like
always.
Okay. I was just about to say, it's funny you said the aura because I was like, that's the first thing that came to mind when you were explaining that. Like,
Yeah.
I can only imagine like the butterflies in your stomach as he's like walking in. And talk about a man who has aura, the power, just the impression, all of it.
Yeah, I mean, just talk about like a freaking man crush, like
Man Crush Monday. It is
Man
Monday.
Crush Monday.
Hey, Man Crush Monday. The Pope Francis, everybody.
Pope Francis, always,
He's
all
our
day.
Man Crush Monday. But that's awesome. And have
Yeah.
you been doing a lot of missionary work?
Yeah, some here and there. I was actually planning on going to Peru in May, but of course that trip got canceled. So it's kind of a bit of a bummer. That would have been my 10th country I've been to in 3 years. So,
Oh wow! What countries?
Israel, Canada, Mexico, Italy, Poland, France, Ireland, England, Panama, and then Peru would have been 10.
Wow, I've always wanted to go to France. Of all the places,
France is awesome.
Is that which one's been your favorite?
Honestly, Poland. Poland is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a beautiful city. It's kind of lesser known to more American tourists, I guess. And it's a super, super Catholic country. That's where Pope John Paul II was from.
Okay.
yeah. So I got a chance to see like where he lived and stuff like that. So that was yeah. Poland is just a beautiful, beautiful country. Beautiful, yeah, awesome people.
Yeah, Maria says Canada doesn't count.
Okay, well, okay. Canada's basically like America's hat, but I still count it.
Just for the sake of having a higher number, just count it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I got one last question for you here, Liam. And I
yeah.
want you to think about this really hard. Who, in your opinion, was the coolest person in school? Who? And if you need help narrowing it down, I can help you.
I think you're begging the question, Max.
No, I'm just kind of curious. Like, if you had to, like, what comes to mind? Like, oh yeah, that's that person. That 6'4"
Who got an
tall,
autograph from
handsome
Ted
glass of
Cruz?
water. That is the coolest person in school. Who comes to mind?
Probably Dole Monroe.
I went when I was writing this question. The first thing that came to mind was if he says Dolan or Nolan, I'm gonna lose my mind. Dolan Monroe,
Hey,
6'4", Dolan Monroe.
I knew Dolan before I knew you, Max. So
That is true, I
yeah,
guess. But I guess if that's what you qualify as being cooler, is you know them longer.
yeah. Also, Maria wants me to give a shout out as well. She just texted me.
Oh, shout out to Maria.
Shout out to Maria Hollow.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Maria, Maria,
Maria,
Maria,
Maria.
Maria. But I mean, if you wanna, Dolan, okay, fine, whatever. I mean,
Fine.
just promise me you will never tell him you said that.
Okay.
I'm not
Fair.
telling him. All right, that could be
We have 10 witnesses.
Yeah. Well, Liam, those are all the questions I have for you tonight. Thank you very much for coming on. That was great. A lot of great insight there. That was a great time. Funny.
Absolutely, yeah.
Funny
There's a lot
man.
of fun.
Yeah.
You what?
You're a funny man, Liam.
I try.
You can be a comedian on the side too if you want.
Well, just know my homilies won't be boring.
Oh, exactly. I'm going to look forward to them.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Well, everybody, that is our show for tonight. Thank you, Liam, for coming on. Tomorrow we have Mitchell Snyder. I remembered it this time. I made sure to. And then Friday we have Ginny Nugent and a live performance from Amanda Shaw. I think she juggles or something. She wants to rap battle. I don't know. It's just going to be so embarrassing. But, well, on my part and probably hers. But, oh well. We'll see. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I'm Max Van Dongen signing out.